products that I sell, today I want to talk to you about whole life insurance. All right, don't turn your brains off, roll your eyes to the back of your head. Just listen up a little bit. Now, why is whole life insurance such a bad investment? Or is it? And all we ever learn about life insurance is what? Buy term and invest the difference. Even a painter would tell you that if you asked him, right? So it's probably not something that you like to spend time dwelling on, but there is a reason that every actuarial table out there has death as a 100% probability. We're all mortal. Now, if life insurance is such a bad investment, then exactly what's the rate of return on it? Is it 3% or 5%? Well, people don't really know the rate of return on whole life insurance unless one knows when they're going to die. Are all life insurance companies the same? All 2,000 of them. Do you think that all companies have the same rates of return? What do you think the percentage of individual term life insurance policies that are bought are paid out in death claim? Do you think 15 or 25%, you're like the majority of people. But in actuality, it's only about 1%. Now, what percent of whole life policies are paid out in a death claim when all the premiums are paid? That's right, 100%. But only 1% of term policies are paid out. But term insurance is so popular. And believe it or not, life insurance companies would rather sell you term policies than a whole life policy. Why is that? Because it's very profitable for them. That's right. They're only paying out 1%. Why wouldn't they like it? Now, has anybody here never lost money on an investment? I'm sure some of your clients never have. But anybody besides Mark's client? All right. Well, then whole life wouldn't be your worst investment, would it? It may never be your best investment, but it certainly guarantees that it won't be your worst investment. So consider where people invest most of their money. You get your homes, your cars, savings accounts, checking accounts. It's common to find people with monthly car payments of $500 and $1,500 a month mortgage payments. But their biggest complaint is a $100 a month life insurance premium. Now, what's more valuable? You or your car? You or your home? Now, if people invested the same amount of money in their life insurance, whole life insurance, as they do in their mortgages, and they'd be closer to covering their true earning capability. In spite of all the negatives that involve whole life insurance, many astute people purchase large amounts anyway. Now, why is that? Well, some people like the fact that the cash value can grow tax deferred, 5 to 7% over 20 years. The owner can borrow against those cash values tax-free, and at 65, the policy could be paid up. And also, when eventually the death benefit is received, it comes into their beneficiaries income tax-free. Millionaires have trustees of irrevocable trust purchase huge life insurance policies for to pay future estate taxes. And the proceeds are not part of the insured's estate. What they do is they have the trust buy the life insurance policy, covering the individuals, and the benefits paid to a trust, so it's all outside of their estate, therefore not having any estate tax on that. And because it comes in tax-free, it also means that they're getting less taken out for estate taxes too. Family-owned businesses, real estate holdings, all been saved using this technique. But not all were so lucky. Consider the estate of Elvis Presley. When he died in 1977, supposedly, his estate was valued at more than $10 million. Unfortunately, his estate went through probate, taxes and fees, consumed a stunning 73% of his estate's value, leaving his heirs with less than $3 million. Much of that could have been avoided if Presley had established a trust with a life insurance policy to pay the estate taxes. John D. Rockefeller, he died in 1937 with a net worth of over $27 million. His estate had to pay over $17 million in taxes. Now you think that a man with his financial knowledge and expertise would know better, but he didn't have the forethought to plan for the inevitable. Alan Ernst, he was a CPA. He had an associate last name Young, that writes Ernst & Young. Financial wisdom, you've probably heard of it. You'd think that Alan would plan ahead, but the $12.5 million estate he had at his death, his heirs ended up paying $7 million in estate taxes. J.P. Morgan, $17 million estate, $12 million estate tax. Don't feel bad if you had plans for the future. Some of these more famous, and most of us would think smarter folks, didn't do anything for their families. They've all got a handout on the estates of these famous people, when they died, how much was off the taxes and settlement costs. The top section shows where the estates took advantage of the marital estate tax, and we'll get into that, but I'm going to skip through it. Because we're going to look at David, a client of mine. Now, David is 55 years old and he's got several life insurance policies. His coverage is around $3 million. Most of that is in term life insurance. Now his kids are either in college or they've already graduated, they're on their own. So we decided to let the 3 term insurance policies run their course about 4 more years, and then take the other 2 policies that are permanent, convert them into a single policy. We'll take the cash value of those, about $60,000, and roll that in there. Keep the face amount what it has, $750,000, is all he needs, the kids are gone, and lower premiums to $3,000 a year for another 10 years. And then he'd have coverage in force the rest of his life. And best of all, no premiums to pay. So we're going to put a total of $90,000, if you add those up, I did that for you, in this policy, and his wife or his other beneficiary, girlfriend, will get a guaranteed $750,000. That's not a bad return on the $90,000 investment. So when there's a death claim, the widow calls me, she never asks me what was the rate of return on the death benefit. She never says life insurance is a lousy investment. She never says her husband was overinsured. And the only question she asks is, how much life insurance did he have? Imagine that. They usually have no idea. And most of us here probably have no idea what we have either. Or our spouse, I should say. Now, most people think the only thing one needs to know about life insurance is to buy term and invest the difference. Wrong. The only thing one needs to know is the best life insurance is the insurance in force when you die. Case closed. So when you have a client ask you what's the best way to protect my business and family, you now have someone to refer them to. Send them to me with a phone or email. I give them a map on how to reach their final destination.